Welcome back to Dolor Factor Live here on DBS, and we are talking about ensuring that you consider insuring. All right? Ensuring that you consider insuring. Whether you have insurance or not, make sure that you think about doing it. Our guests tonight are Severin, Francois, and joining us, as I said earlier, is Claudius Francis, who is the President of the Senate and President of the Insurance Council of St. Lucia. Okay, now just before the break we were talking, you told us a little bit about the policy, but it's new to us. Right. So tell us, Severin, the name of the policy again, and who is it, who should it benefit?
Okay, the product is called the Livelihood Protection Policy, and the aim is to do exactly what it says, to protect an individual's livelihood. A demand study was done by the consortium of partners to find out what exactly people do, or many people in the lower bracket, the lower income bracket, when there is a disaster. I just found that a lot of them went into their savings or borrowed money from a friend or tried to face the bank. And in carrying out the study, what the consortium did spoke to a number of people, including the St. Lucia Development Bank and Francois and his team, to provide information as to what was the client base and how the clients normally deal with these things. And like I said, the people tapped into their savings, and obviously it would have depleted. The policy is designed in such a way that anybody can purchase it. The price is lower, and the structure is that it is simple. What we wanted to achieve was ease of understanding, ease of access, and affordability. So for example, it is based on weather, wind and rain. So if the wind reaches a certain point, the policy would pay. If the rain reaches a certain point, the policy would pay.
Isn't that already in effect in traditional insurance policies?
No, the traditional insurance policies would say to you that you must have a hurricane or tropical storm, for example, right? But in this instance, what we're saying is that once the rain reaches a certain point, you get paid. And also, with this policy, you don't have to prove your loss. We've divided St. Lucia into 49 grids of 25 square kilometers. So a client would come in and say, okay, well, I live in this location. For example, I may live in Gruzule, but I have a farm in Dennery. They can decide to insure their livelihood, where they make their money in Dennery. Say, I want the insurance in that grid. And say, for example, choose $1,000 cover. And they can go up to a maximum of 10. What will happen is if there is some system coming, a weather condition, they would get a SMS message on their mobile to tell them that there's an approaching storm or whatever it is. If the storm does hit and affects, everybody who is entitled to a payout will get a payout. They will get the SMS message, and then they will get another message telling them when the payment will be. They do not have to prove that they had a loss, like in traditional insurance, like Mr. Francis would tell you, that you have to prove your loss, you have to prove that you actually had damage. But then for this policy, you don't have to prove
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
Yes.
I'm actually worried.
Well,
yeah, I am worried because it just sounds too good to be true.
Which is exactly what but a lot of the microinsurance products are designed specifically for the micro community, the people in the lower income bracket. But for this product, anybody can take it. And it does initially sound like, really? Does it really work? But these type of products exist in India and Africa, for example, and have worked fantastically. It provides a sort of cushion for the people in the lower income bracket. These are the people that sometimes need the cover and cannot afford traditional insurance.
Okay, so here's a scenario. I have a farm in Grand River. It's a small farm, but I'm kind of worried because it is my livelihood.
Yes.
But how do I know that when I come to you, how do I know that you're just going to accept that I say I have this farm in Grand River and my livelihood? I mean, I'm assuming I would have to give you an approximate income of how much I think that I would lose, or how much of my income that I rely on.
Well, a lot it's dependent on the client. You tell us. For example, we have bands. We have like 10 bands. So you could buy $1,000 cover up to $10,000, right? So you choose what you think you would lose if a weather system was to affect you. You do not have to prove that you have a farm in whatever location. Once you believe that your income or your livelihood will be affected, then you take the cover that is appropriate for you.
Mr. Francis, I mean, I'm absolutely amazed. When I heard about it the first time, I thought, whoa, that is a high risk for the insurance company. Is that the case? What do you think?
Well, the thing is, everybody is amazed when they actually begin to understand insurance and how insurance is approached. But the problem is that many people have this misconception of insurance. And I must say that one or two insurance companies assist in that regard. But generally, the majority of insurance companies are good corporate citizens who do exactly what they promise to do. And this insurance, the microinsurance, is no different. As Severin says, it has worked in other territories. It has worked even in Jamaica. He did mention countries outside the region. Just to bring you more at home, it has worked in Jamaica already. So, too good to be true? Nah, it's okay.
Okay, well, I'm still astounded, viewers, and I'm sure you're sitting at home and you're thinking, but you know what? Don't sit at home and think, Call tomorrow. Call Severin, call EC Global Insurance, and ask some more. Pop in and see them. And you know, sometimes when they say things are too good to be true, sometimes they're not, because it's a fact. All right, and you might be sitting there thinking, well, maybe my plot is too small. They won't consider that. Well, don't think, act. There's no point just sitting down and thinking. Act. Ask the questions, because ultimately, if anything happens to your livelihood, what are you going to do? And a lot of us, we're very, very proud people. We don't like to ask. So in this situation, you don't have to ask somebody to help you. If anything goes wrong, you can come to EC Global. All right, now we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about this policy to put you more at ease and to make you realize that, yes, this is good. And it is true. Now, just before we go, let me give you a reminder of tonight's giveaways. What flavor did Fairen's launch in November 2011 for customers who love ice cream but are concerned about their sugar intake? And you would win your choice of Fairen's ice cream. Now, thank you for helping us to help charities. You need to answer this. When is the society event in Viewfort? And who is the charity trying to help? You will receive 1 ticket free, but you must pay for 1 ticket to qualify. The ticket is $150, and if you win, we will give you 1 ticket and you will pay for 1 ticket, so 2 of you can go. Second, or the third question is, what's this year's theme for Rotary Calabashes, and when and where does it take place? We have 2 tickets for 2 winners. But again, you must buy 1 ticket. The ticket is $75. If you buy 1, we'll give you another one free. Now, both Viewfort Children's Society and Rotary Calabashes events go to good causes. So please, please make sure that you participate tonight. So this is Dolor Factor Live on DBS. We'll be right back.